Come inside the pages of the Northwoods Sporting Journal, where the essence of our remarkable outdoor heritage comes to life. Join us as we learn interesting tips and techniques, explore the woods and waters of the Great Northwoods, and examine all the wonderful aspects of the outdoors has to offer.
Hi folks, it's Chris Bassingway with the Northwoods Sporting Journal TV show. It's October 16th, one of my favorite times to be in the woods. It's a little bit late for us, we usually get out in September and stuff, but I had an awesome trip to New Mexico. I shot a great 5x5 bull. What an awesome adventure and a great time. I'm here with my good friend Mike Spagna again. Yesterday morning he smoked a 100-pound doe with his bow. He had a nice tree stand set up in the woods. The deer filtered right down through. It's a little bit different this year in New Hampshire. There's not many acorns and there's not many mass-producing stuff. A little bit of beech nuts, there's good apples, but we're here with Mike again on one of his awesome food plots. It's really green this year and the deer seem to be coming out in the field a little bit more. So we're going to show you what the food plot looks like. I got a doe tag just burning a hole in my pocket, so come with us folks, let's see what we get tonight.
Hey folks, I just got up in the stand, did a little filming, showed you Mike. He was hanging the stand so he could film out of. Perfect spot, his food plot looks awesome. And as Mike's hanging the stand, I turn around and look, there's about a dozen turkeys on the logging road we walked up on, which is a great sign because the deer and the animals are probably moving early. Then I walked over, I took some scent out, just some early season buck. Northwoods Common Sense is one of our sponsors. They have great deer scent. I took some of the early buck and I just sprayed it over there, just in case one of the buck tries coming downwind and coming right up in behind us. So stay tuned, it should be awesome. Looks like a great night. I'm here with my three good friends, Mike Spagna, my Hoyt, and my Sonic Broadhead from American Broadhead Company. So stay tuned folks.
Hi folks, this is Chris Bassingway with the Northwoods Sporting Journal TV show. And today our special guest is Dean Vanier, owner, operator of Northwoods Common Sense, founder. You've been doing this about 25 years now?
That's right, Chris. We've been doing this a long time and we've got it down pretty pat now.
Yeah, so what we're going to do today is we're going to discuss the scents that he sells and how to use them and what time frame they're good for. And he makes it easy, folks. You have 4 different scents.
Yeah, that's right, Chris. We have buck urine and doe urine for the early season.
Yep.
And during the pre-rut and the peak rut, we kind of graduate slowly to doe and heat and buck with tarsal.
Nice. Now doe and heat and buck with tarsal, I start using those around the chasing phase of the rut, right in through the rut.
That's correct, yeah. Just, I would say the latter part of October,
yep,
when scrapes start to open up.
Yep.
The rut is a gradual progression, as you know. Yep. The estrogen levels in the does increase gradually,
yep,
and testosterone in the bucks increase gradually.
Yep. Now what I like to do too, folks, is it's mid-October right now, and the bucks are just starting to open the scrapes up. Now when we say scrapes, just for some of you guys, if you don't really know what we're talking about, that's when you're walking on an old logging road or through the woods and you see a bare patch of ground. And what the buck did is he physically took his foot and he just moved all the leaves and all the debris out, and he just urinates and he puts his sign and his scent right in that.
That's right. And when he's doing that, he's imagining a doe when she comes into estrus, she's going to come in and she's going to urinate in that scrape. And when she does that, that indicates that she's ready to breed. At which point he'll come back and he'll try to find her.
So now, in the early season, that buck is going to keep returning to that scrape. So what we want to do is we want to get in there and hunt the scrapes early season to about pre-rut, just about before the chase phase.
That's right.
So we're going to put some of our own scent down, and now we're going to confuse that buck. Is there another buck in the area, or who's the new doe?
That's right. So when you're putting buck urine in the scrape, and you're putting doe urine in the scrape, you're serving two purposes. Number one, he thinks his girlfriend's visited.
Yep.
And number two, he thinks that there's some competition out there. So that gives him a good reason to come back, two good reasons to come back, particularly after you have a wet day like today, Chris.
Yeah, and one of my most favorite times to bow hunt is right now. I mean, I love to get out in the woods early September because it's been a long summer and all that. But I love to get out in October when everything's just starting to go. The bucks are still in kind of bachelor groups. They're starting to split off, but they're starting to mark their own territory and do some new stuff. One thing to remember too, folks, is the scent is great for does as well. Not only is the buck going to check that, but the does are going to come by. So, like me, and I'm sure you, I love to put a doe down with a bow, get one on the table, food for the family, all the friends love it. Now the does, they visit that scrape just as much as buck do.
That's right. I mean, there's nothing better than a nice butterball doe, Chris. I mean, you know, back straps on the grill. It doesn't matter if they have hardware or not.
Yeah.
And it's a good tag to fill.
Yeah.
If you're putting buck urine into a scrape, that doe is thinking that that buck has opened that scrape looking for does that are receptive. She'll go into that scrape and she'll look at it. In fact, I've opened up several scrapes this year, and I've had more does come in to visit than I've had bucks so far.
And you know this because you probably have your cameras out and you're watching those scrapes that you're putting your scents into.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, that's a great way to do it. So we go onto a piece of Dean's property. We're over here in the western part of New Hampshire. We go on a piece of property and we're just looking for a scrape to show you and some maybe good sign. We're walking about 7 yards off the logging road. There's a 6-pointer bedded down. 7 yards away. It jumps up, runs off.
Chris goes, Dean, you stop. I'm like, he goes, there's a 6-pointer right there. And the deer was no more than 5 yards.
Yeah.
It's been wet. The wind was in our face. And he hopped off. And sure enough, we made a little circle a little bit down further. And I guess Chris's eyes are a little bit better than mine. He's a little bit younger. But he picked that deer back up, standing there, looking at us, 20 yards broadside. I don't know if this deer had a death wish, but good thing we're just playing around today, huh?
Oh, I know. It was a perfect day for spot and stock if we decide to come back.
We may come back. We may come back when we're done here.
Yeah, so great little 6-point. Just great to be in the woods with a buddy. But what we're also going to show you, folks, is we're going to show you we found a real scrape. We're going to show you what that looks like, and then we're going to do a mock scrape. Now, why do people call it mock scrapes?
Well, a mock scrape is what it is a fake scrape. Right. And why would you put a fake scrape in if you have an existing one? Well, first of all, this real scrape may not work exactly where your stand is, or you can't get a stand in there. The mock scrape allows you to bring in or to move that deer to you just a little bit to where it's more comfortable to shoot him. That, and it also is indicative to him that there's another buck in the area.
Right.
So he's going to come back and freshen his scrape, and he'll probably go back and freshen the mock scrape. What you're doing is you're kind of just trying to trick him into believing that there's other deer there.
Yeah, and you know, take these scents and fool around with them. Put a little bit of doe urine, put some buck. Now, during the rut, I love to use the doe and heat. But what I also do is maybe put a little thing hanging off my boot, and I'll put some dominant buck. And that's how I'll walk in and out of my stand. If a buck catches that scent, he might follow it in.
Exactly.
Good cover scent.
Absolutely, absolutely. I try to avoid, putting too much of the rut scents on your body, but as a drag rag or something like that, absolutely. They're in the chase phase. They're either looking for a fight or they're looking for the girls.
Yeah.
So you want to go take a look at this real scrape we found,
Yeah,
Chris?
but one thing I want to show him, a neat little invention, his scent holster. And just a good, easy idea. There's just 2 little scent bottles in here, folks. And right now what I've got is I've got my cover scent in it. It's early bow season.
Yeah.
So maybe I sweat a little bit walking in or whatever, and I'll get up and I'm going to spray this all over me. So I've got my cover scent, but then the other one that I'm carrying today is I'm carrying just the buck lure. Yes. And when I went into my stand on a nice field the other day, he actually had a little bit of a rub there, and I made a mock scrape, and I sprayed this one in.
Yes.
So right now I'm carrying this, but later in the season I'll just wash these out, and I'll put 2 more in. Clips right to your belt. It's handy. It's easy. I'm telling you what. Instead of carrying those big, huge bottles in the woods or the metal on metal, making the the glass on metal making sound.
Sure.
What an easy thing just to clip.
It is, Chris. It's the neatest thing because you don't have to fumble around
Yep.
through your pack to find what you want. What you've got is I carry a cover scent like you typically.
Yep.
I've graduated now. We're late October, mid to late October.
Yep.
I have buck urine in
Yep.
one, doe urine in the
You
other.
get the dough, yep.
They use as a cover scent, number
Yep.
one. And number two, you can make a box scrape in seconds. You don't spill anything on you.
Yep.
And it's just the neatest little thing
Yep.
that we came up with.
And don't be afraid to put buck and doe urine in the scrape or in your mock scrape. But let's go show you a real one and a mock one. You're going to explain that and just tell them what you do to freshen that up. But folks, just stay with us. Dean's here, and not only is he a good friend and stuff, he's one of our sponsors here for the Northwood Sporting Journal TV show, and we appreciate that. We appreciate all you do.
Well, thanks a lot, Chris. It's nice to be on this 30-acre piece, and I
Oh.
can't believe that we're seeing deer and we're not hunting. So let's
Yeah.
do this scrape thing and let's go chase them.
Yeah, and we're going to show you some hunting tonight too. Okay, folks, stick with us.
Hi, folks. We're back. Now, this is what you're looking for. This is the scrape that Chris and I found earlier today. I believe it's pretty fresh, possibly made by that little 6-pointer that we saw. You can see where he's pushed the dirt back. He's urinated in this scrape, anticipating that a doe is going to come in and do the same thing. And up above it, you can see that there's a licking branch up here. This is the scrape that you want has to have a licking branch. These are going to be the most productive for you. A buck will chew on these limbs and he'll rub his scent glands between his antlers on his forehead up in here, and that kind of introduces him to the rest of the crowd out there. What I would do typically here is I would add doe urine to this and buck urine, and that would make him think that a doe has visited it and a buck has as well. That gives him 2 reasons to come back. I'd set up probably 20 yards upwind, and hopefully we'd pick him off pretty quick. Now we're going to move on, and I'll show you what a mock scrape looks like. Hi folks, well, we found the perfect spot to make a mock scrape or a fake scrape. Now we're doing this for 2 reasons. One, to show that there's competition in the area for a buck, and that a doe is in the area that could be coming into estrus. The first thing we want to do is we want to pull this branch down to eye level if we can't find one that's already that level, probably 4 to 5 feet. We're going to tie this off real quickly here and bring it right back to about that level, okay? Somewhere right in here. Now, fishing line will work, or twine, anything like that will work, but that's the level that we want. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up an area underneath that licking branch, and we're going to push the dirt back, just like such. Okay? And I'm going to add some buck urine to that scrape. This is the real McCoy. And we're going to add some doe urine to this. That shows that a buck has been here and a doe. I'll kick a little bit more back. And I'll tell you what, there's your mock scrape. I hope you have as good a luck as I have doing this. It's a killer.
Well, folks, we're back here with the Northwood Sporting Journal TV show. We're here again with Dean Vanyard. Dean, we had a great morning. We actually went out and put the blind out this morning, got a little bit rained out. Then we went out, we found that scrape, saw that 6-pointer, put the mock scrape up, showed you guys all how to do that. But tonight, we're going to go hunt over a scrape that's active, one that he has a picture of a beautiful buck, real good genetics, very similar to this guy with an extra point. We're going to hunt him tonight. We're going to try to freshen up the scrape. What are you going to use tonight?
We're going to use buck urine
Yep.
and doe urine tonight. This is a real corker buck. We've got pictures of him.
Oh, I've seen him.
He's hooking some really nice trees. The rain has stopped. The deer should be moving. We might get a good look at him. With any luck at all, we might get a good look at him, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, hunting's hunting, but we're going to do it. This is how we always do it. We showed you how to make a mock scrape, how to freshen one up. We're going to show you how we're going to hunt over one tonight. You're going to spray the scent in.
That's right. We're actually we're gonna talk the talk and walk the walk.
That's
tonight.
right. We're going to show you what we do in the woods and what you can just as easily do. Some awesome sheds. Now, these are all sheds from this piece of property.
Some monsters in there, huh?
Yeah, this is a 150 class 8 pointer. I mean, and some of these deer, it's 2,000 acres of big woods, Chris.
Yeah.
And it's all bordered by swamp, and it's hard to get to, but it'll take us a little while to get in.
Now, one thing we didn't talk about today, one of his neatest little inventions, I'm telling you, I love it. You showed me this last year, and I just fell in love with it. Now, tell us about this, folks. It's called the Little Hottie.
Well, it's a neat product that my wife and I came up with. When scents get cold, they don't tend to smell real well. It's kind of like cold coffee compared to hot coffee, Chris. And with this nose, I can smell venison lasagna from 100 yards away.
If it's hot.
If it's hot out of the oven. But if it's cold, you really can't pick it up. The same thing works with deer scent now. What this does is it's a heat packet that heats up to about 95 to 100 degrees. And we put
now, when he says heat packet, he's just talking a hand warmer, right?
It's a simple hand warmer.
Shake it up.
And then give it about 20 minutes to heat up. You slide it into this little pouch, and it's got a product in it that transfers the heat from the exterior to the inside. And what we do is we spray our dough and heat inside, or our scent.
So you have a little pad or something in there?
There's a scent pad inside here, yeah.
So you just spray it in?
Yeah, and I put the juice right to it.
Yeah.
And I hang it downwind from my stand. If I'm using a bow, I'll hang it 30 yards downwind from my stand. The deer's going to come in, downwind from it. So, or upwind rather. So I'm going to set this up, and you can smell this thing from 40 or 50 yards away. When it's 20 degrees out, this stays at about 90 degrees. The same body temperature as an actual doe. And there's only one way for a buck to tell if a doe's in heat, Chris, and that is the scent checker urine.
Exactly.
And so that's what we're giving them.
So basically, now not only are we adding the scent that is hand poured by you.
That's right.
From northern deer.
That's correct.
So now we're going to warm it up to a real doe's body temperature and let that flow through the woods.
That's right. And these are made right here in the USA. They're handmade by us. And
right here in the great state of New Hampshire.
That's right. Yep. That's right. And it's a great product. We've shot some beauty deer with it, and it's really neat to see how the deer react to it.
Nice.
It's really neat. During the chase phase and during the rut, it's a gotta have. And you can use it year after year, Chris.
Nice. So you can just wash it, right?
That's right.
At the end of the year, you wash it with some scent-free detergent.
And I've always lost a lot of my scent things that I hang up. So we thought about the good stuff. We even put a reflector on it so you can go back and find the darn thing. So yeah, it's a neat little kit. It comes with a heat packet. It comes with 2 ounces of doe and heat, 100% pure doe and heat urine, hand poured, and comes with everything you need.
Everything you need. You just set it and forget it.
That's it. All right.
Nice. Well, that sounds like a deadly combination. We're probably not going to use that tonight because it's still only mid-October.
That's it. It's a little bit.
So we're more scrape hunting tonight.
That's right. We're going to see if we can catch him on the move, going back to freshen that scrape. And if we get a peek at him, it's going to be a real treat for everybody.
Well, I hope we see him tonight. Stay tuned, folks. It's going to be a great night, and it's going to be exciting. Great to be with you, Dean.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Chris.
All right, then.
Let's see if we can get on him.
All right. Well, folks, Dean's going over to the run, and he's going to freshen up that scrape. He's going to put the buck scent in. He's going to put the doe scent in. It's pretty awesome in here. It's really thick, but it's big buck country for sure. So he doesn't want to touch the scrape with his hands or anything, so he's using a stick. He's digging it right down so that big buck really sees that another buck's been there. Hopefully those deer are going to come from our right to our left. He's right on the game trail now. So he's either putting buck scent out right now or doe scent. He's going to put them both. He's going to come back and we're going to hunker down. It's going to be an awesome evening. Those bucks should move, freshen up their scrapes. Well, Dean, we just watched you put that scent out. You put some downwind of us, just in case they come out behind us. Looks like you freshened up that scrape. You put the doe, the buck scent out. We watched you do that. How'd it look?
It looks really good, Chris. The deer been through here, but it's a pretty big wood, so it's hard to pin them down.
Oh yeah, it's thick stuff. It looks awesome. We're like 22 feet in a tree. You've got beautiful clear shot right to that game trail or that run. We're in for an awesome evening.
I think so.
Hey, it feels like we're forgetting something. You have a website or something?
Yeah, yeah, we do. It's team-northwoods.com. Go check it out. It has some good stories in it, some beautiful deer that have been taken with our product, and a full seminar on how to utilize the products throughout the entire hunting season.
Plus, I'm sure it shows all your product and the customers can buy what they want, right?
Exactly. Yeah,
Nice.
You can buy it online. It's team-northwoods.com.
Awesome, buddy. Well, you shoot straight tonight, all right?
All right.
All right, brother. Here we go.
Here we go. Game on.
All right. Good to go, bro.
Well, everyone, thanks for being here. Another edition of the Northwood Sporting Journal TV show. This week we met up with Dean Vanier, one of our great sponsors, owner of Northwoods Common Sense. We went through his line of deer lures, some accessories that he has. He's got everything you need, folks. Doe and heat, buck with tarsals. We showed you when to use them, different parts of the ruts. We showed you how to use mock scrapes, what real scrapes are. He's very passionate about what he does. He's been doing it a long time. If you have any questions, give him a call. Visit him on his website. Don't forget either, folks, we're on Facebook now, believe it or not. Go to Northwood Sporting Journal TV show, upload some pictures of the outdoors or that monster trophy that you got this year. Hopefully you're having a great season. We're having a good one here. I shot a nice little buck with my bow. Been out in the woods with Carrie. We've been using Dean's scents quite a bit. We've had great results. His scents are from deer in the Northeast, which I think is a very big key. And the way he balls and everything he does is great. And it's made right here in New Hampshire, folks. You can't beat that. So thanks for being here again, and we'll see you in the woods.